This video cost you nothing but way less than 10 minutes, but it will make you one of the smartest people in the room. Today, I'm breaking down 7 smart money habits that build wealth quietly. If this shifts your perspective, please like and subscribe. That's exactly why BRAINELM Lab's channel exists.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to lay out the 7 core habits themselves. Then, and this is key, we'll get into the actual method for making them stick. After that, we'll look at the powerful impact these small changes can have. And finally, we'll tie it all together into a final blueprint you can use right away.
So, let's get into it. You ever wonder how some people build real, lasting wealth? Well, it's usually not from some big, flashy event. It's built quietly, in the background, with a foundation of small, consistent, and repeatable actions. That's what we're talking about today.
And here they are, the 7 core habits. Think of this as your financial toolkit. It all starts with paying yourself first, making your future a priority. Then you've got a budget and track so you actually know where your money's going. Next up is building that emergency fund for peace of mind, and then managing debt so it doesn't manage you. From there, it's about spending mindfully, investing consistently for growth, and finally, reviewing and adjusting your plan to make sure you stay on course. Simple, right?
Okay, so knowing these habits is one thing, but actually doing them, that's the real challenge. This next part is absolutely crucial because it's all about the how. We're going to talk about building a system that doesn't rely on willpower, because, let's be honest, that runs out for everybody.
Now this is a game changer. The idea is called habit stacking, and it is beautifully simple. Instead of trying to create a brand new routine out of thin air, you just piggyback a new habit onto something you already do every single day without even thinking about it. And here's exactly how it works. You find something you already do, like making that morning coffee. That's your anchor. Then you stack your new tiny habit on top of it, like taking 30 seconds to check your bank balance while the coffee brews. The coffee becomes the trigger for the new habit. You do that over and over, and pretty soon, it feels just as automatic as pouring the coffee itself.
So, if there's one secret weapon in all of this, it's automation. The easiest way to pay yourself first is to take yourself out of the equation. You set up automatic transfers to your savings and investment accounts the day you get paid. The money is gone before you even see it, so you're not tempted to spend it. You're basically paying your future self before you pay anyone else.
All right, we have the habits, and we have the method to implement them. But what's the actual payoff? What does this get you? Well, this is where we see how these seemingly small, quiet actions can compound over time into something truly massive.
This quote right here just nails the whole philosophy. Forget about trying to change everything at once. That almost never works. The real secret is making those tiny, almost invisible adjustments that you can actually stick with for the long haul. That's where the real rewards are found.
Okay, let's make this real. Enough with the theory, let's look at some actual numbers. I want to show you the journey of one very small habit, just to prove how powerful this idea of compounding really is.
We're going to start with something that almost anyone can manage. Just $10 a week. That's it. That's skipping one lunch out, maybe a few fancy coffees. It's a tiny change you probably wouldn't even feel.
Now, over the course of a year, that little $10 habit starts to add up. It becomes $520. Not bad, right? That's a decent chunk of change from a habit that took almost zero effort. But honestly, the real magic hasn't even started.
Now look at this. You fast forward 20 years, and that same $10 a week habit, thanks to the power of compounding, where your money starts making its own money, could grow to nearly $13,000. That is the incredible, undeniable power of small, quiet, consistent action. Of course, building wealth isn't just about what you save and grow, it's also about what you don't lose to things like interest. That brings us to managing debt. Let's look at 2 of the most effective strategies for getting it under control.
So you've basically got 2 paths to choose from here. The debt snowball is all about psychology. You knock out the smallest debt first, which gives you a quick win and builds motivation. The debt avalanche, on the other hand, is pure math. You attack the debt with the highest interest rate first, which saves you the most money in the long run. There's no wrong answer. The best one is simply the one you'll stick with.
And what about that emergency fund? Listen, where you keep that money matters a lot. As you can see here, the difference is just staggering. If you leave it in a traditional savings account, inflation is literally eating away at its value every single day. By moving it to a high-yield account, you're putting your safety net to work for you.
It's a 5-minute fix with a huge impact.
Okay, let's bring it all home. We've gone through the habits, the how-to, and the incredible impact they can have. Now, I want to give you one final, crystal clear blueprint that ties it all together.
And here it is, your 7-habit blueprint. First, automate so you always pay yourself first. Second, know your numbers by tracking everything. Third, create safety with that emergency fund. Fourth, choose a debt strategy and stick to it. Fifth, wait 24 hours on big purchases to spend mindfully. Sixth, start investing now. Don't wait. And finally, stay on course by reviewing your progress. This is your roadmap.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Which habit will you stack first? What's one tiny thing you can attach to a routine you already have starting today? If this helped you think clearly about 7 smart money habits that build wealth quietly, please like and subscribe. The next video covers what most people still don't see: